It's a very good afternoon. We are here at Old Hararians. The fortress of the Green Machine is about to bring you an encounter between Northern Chiefs and the team that is in blue and white. I suppose that it is Zimbiru. Northern Chiefs gifted with a couple of big boys. Northern Chiefs, they are wearing their traditional green or green kit, and Zimbiru, they are in their traditional white and blue kit. First scrum, it is Zimbiru with the throw against the Northern Chiefs. So the lady in the middle of the park, Cynthia, ex-Lady Samo's player, but now she's opted to hang her boots and in exchange for a whistle. So Cynthia just going back to the game. Northern Chiefs have won them 20 yards and they're looking to attack a 2-on-1. The open side winger on the loose. But the Zimbiru defense is 6s and 7s. I can see a couple of dog ears from where I'm standing. But they've managed to win themselves possession on the breakdown. Now they look to tidy up things in the middle of the park. However, they want to keep it using their forwards. We're doing a decent job so far. Now a horrendous pass to the fly-half, and it goes all the way to the try box. Surely that's going to be a 5-meter scrum. Lack of communication, lack of commitment. We can blame it on the nerves since it's still early days in this encounter. But that looks like a straightforward try. If the Northern Chiefs players apply themselves very, very close to the try line, they do have a couple of options to run that 8, 9, 11, or just send to the back line, but they use their big 8th man, offends 1 or 2 players, and he goes over the whitewash. And that takes Northern Chiefs to 5 points, pending a conversion. And Philemon Machisa, the coach for Northern Chiefs, is more than happy to run with the T to his fly-half. For the kick, Philemon Machisa, ex-Sabo scrum half. But now, of course, he's done his part in terms of contributing to the national team. And that conversion goes through. That takes Northern Chiefs to 7 points up. So just coming back to Philemon Machisa, ex-Harare Sports Club scrum half. Also played for Old Hararians. But just giving back to the community now. He's now a coach at Northern Chiefs. During his playing days, he was an exceptional player. known with his quick ball distribution, as well as he was that one player, as small as he is, he was not afraid of getting into contact. But now, coming back to what is happening on the field of play, the lady in the middle of the park just having a chat with the captain of Zimbiru, just saying, hey guys, you need to sort it out in terms of your discipline. But Northern Chiefs, as they release their back row, tall, lanky, number 5, and Zimbiru struggling to bring him down, and the ball was stolen on the turnover, on the breakdown rather, by Zimbiru. What are they going to do with possession? Change of direction, but a player isolated straight to where the forwards are. Another wayward passing. No options whatsoever for the fly-half. He had no runners coming in for the ball, so he just decided to go into contact. Scrum half taking his sweet time. But you just feel that it's just a matter of time before these Zimbiru players run out of ideas. That looks like a little bit of obstruction, but the referee plays on. Zimbiru not going anywhere. They are just moving on the same position. Surely the fly-half should be able to kick another wayward pass, but that looks like a deliberate knock-on. So Cynthia has got no option but to award Zimbiru with a long arm penalty, quickly taken by Zimbiru. They use that big prop, who's equally met by the outside center of Northern Chiefs, the team that is in green. Zimbiru, oh dear. Pathetic passing. Pathetic. Surely that was a forward pass. And it's going to be another scrum down. The beneficiaries are going to be Northern Chiefs. So Cynthia just checking on that outside center, who was involved in that big collision earlier on with that big prop. It looks a bit concussed. It looks a bit concussed. I'm sure that the medics should be but play continues as Northern Chiefs release their number 8. And another wayward passing. Zimbiru just attempting to go for that grabber kick. But Northern Chiefs in possession. Another crash ball by by a back row player from Northern Chiefs. Now they are making their forwards, their pods into effective, but another long arm penalty. You can tell that the Northern Chief players, they do have a game plan. As of Zimbiru, they are just looking to play, hoping that something will happen. So it's something that the coaches will need to look at. You can tell by the way that the Northern Chiefs look at their pods. They're using a 1-3-3 formation, I suppose. Splitting. Look at the 4, the 1. I suppose that's the 2. Just standing off the fly-half, waiting for that short ball. Just to exploit the backline players. But another pick and go using their big forwards, that is the Northern Chiefs. Zimbiru holding on to dear life, and this time around they've managed to defend successfully. But however, we're going to go back for that long arm penalty, quickly taken by the fly-half, and there goes the try. So that takes the Northern Chiefs to 10 points, rather 12 points. And Zimbiru nil. So it looks like it's going to be a forced substitution, concussion protocol. Concussion protocol. The outside center needs to be assessed just to see if he's fit to continue, but it looks like it's going to be a day for him. He has to call it a day due to World Rugby concussion protocols. And the conversion this time around, he drags it wide. But Chiefs still leading in this encounter. Already from the body language of the Zimbiru players, you can see that inside 10 minutes they look already defeated. So a restart kick with the inside center who's going to take it for Zimbiru. And it is, oh dear, Northern Chiefs blindside flanker makes a mess out of it. So Zimbiru will welcome the territory inside the half of the Northern Chiefs, just a bit close to the 22. So it is an attacking scrum to the team that is in blue and white. Can Zimbiru score from this set piece? It looks like it's going to be a backline move, but however, the 8th man picks up and finds the number 10. Number 10 to the inside center, who fakes and goes, beats 1 or 2 defenders. A bouncing pass to the fullback, and has got number 11. Does he have the wheels? He does really well, considering the situation that is. The tackler needs to release. The scrum half taking his sweet time and finds his halfback colleague, that is the number 10. And the number 18, it takes 3 Northern Chiefs players to bring him down. Ball still available. Straight to his 10 from the scrum half. Oh, big tackle coming in from Northern Chiefs. But ball still available. And another wayward passing from the fly half. And offside is the call from the lady in the middle of the park, Cynthia. Long arm penalty to Zimbiru. Quickly taken by the scrum half, and he finds his back rower who crashes now the fullback. He's got a blindside winger. He's still going. Can he release the ball just in time? He cuts back inside, and the fullback of Northern Chiefs does justice with a textbook tackle. But Zimbiru on the attack with hard running coming in from the loose head flanker as he sets up the ball. Oh dear. But it was rather Northern Chiefs player was over the ball, and here comes the ever-running fly-off for Northern Chiefs, who's still going, and he gets massive 30 yards from that carry. Pressure from the breakdown, and they already, Cynthia's arm is out for offside. Northern Chiefs using those pods ineffective. Another bouncing pass that goes to the backline. Wayward passing. We've seen this so many today. The backline coaches have got a lot of job to do. Surely another pick and go. Good cleaning by Northern Chiefs players. And here comes an hard running from the 8th man, who's wearing jersey number 2. Oh, and oh dear. Spaghetti hands, we used to call them back in our days. So that's going to be another defensive scrum to Zimbiru. They got that get out of the jail card because there was a massive overlap on that left side of the field. But Zimbiru looking to survive. First scrum reset in this encounter. So the scrum half of Zimbiru feeds, and 8th man picks, effects and goes. And somehow he managed to release that ball to his inside center. Another wayward passing that have been letting Zimbiru down. But here comes Northern Chiefs looking for a counter attack. Here comes the hard running number 5 of Northern Chiefs, but pressure on the breakdown. Another pick and go, poor body positioning. Ball stolen illegally though. So another long arm penalty to Northern Chiefs. Quickly taken as they release their number 8, who's wearing jersey number 2, which I find pretty much strange. This time around the ball gets to the open side winger. He cuts back inside. Equally met with Zimbiru defenders. And here comes the ever running fly half as he releases his number 8. And he takes 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Zimbiru players to bring him down straight to the ever running fly half with this very long speculative pass. But somehow the blindside winger for Northern Chiefs, he loses the ball. Now it's a little bit of a slow ball. The fly half is already in his pocket. Is he going to make not a convincing kick, but straight into the hands of Northern Chiefs? Ooh, fancy footwork there by a Northern Chiefs player. And here comes another long pass. Oh dear. Fancy things that we have seen. They need to pressure on the breakdown. But Cynthia says, no, let it go. Here comes the winger. He cuts back inside. Does he have enough in the tank to dot over? No, he comes short. But his efforts are being appreciated by the man on the bench. That is his coach, Phil Machisa. Just a matter of time before Northern Chiefs score, and they do score from a pick and go, and it's none other than arguably the biggest, the heaviest player on the field. That is the prop from Northern Chiefs. Surely he just needs to lean against you, and there's nothing that you can do. So that takes Northern Chiefs to 17 points pending a conversion. Okay, so defensive scrum to Zimbiru. And here comes their fly off. No. Ooh! Big shoulder coming in the middle of the park. And Northern Chiefs just exploiting that. And it is a turnover. Look at that massive, massive overlap. Can they make use of it? Held up is the call from Cynthia, the lady in the middle of the park. Well spotted there, Cynthia. So it's a in-drop goal for the team in blue and white. But instead of finding touch, straight into the hands of a Northern Chiefs player. The scrum have change of direction. Sends it to where the numbers are. Once again, looking forward to exploit that side of the field where Zimbiru haven't been using their defense over. But here comes another counter-attack, and this time around, the ball travels through the hands. Can he release? No, try time. He says, I can go all the way. So the fullback, selfishly, deciding not to pass the ball. Yes, he dotted it down, but at the expense of his knee. So the fly-off to add on the extras. And the conversion this time around, it goes horribly wide. And that takes Zimbiru to 22 points. No, rather, Northern Chiefs to 22 points. Zimbiru nil. Zimbiru is still yet to add, to contribute on the scoreboard. This is another team that I had an opportunity to do commentary for their game, and they were thrashed by 100 points, 108 points to nil. That is Zimbiru. They do have a lot of work to do, but coming back to what's happening on the field of play, Northern Chiefs in control. Now this time around, they'll be more than happy to have their forwards pass the ball, but once again, it was a prop with poor ball handling skills. I don't know why, but anyway, play continues. Fancy footwork, nice pressure pass, nice offloads, and this time around the player is being held up, but he manages to. Ooh, that's a high tackle. That's a high tackle. And the referee this time around, she's going to let it go. She's going to let it go for a Northern Chiefs scrum. So play resumes. We're going to go back for a defensive scrum to Northern Chiefs. But Coach Phil, I think he has seen enough already. You can see that he's about to introduce his impact bench. So, ball stolen. Scrum time. Good run by the inside center, but the final pass has let him down. But somehow, the lady in the middle of the park, Cynthia, she calls for a scrum down, defensive scrum down to the team in green. Well, the player number 22 for Northern Chiefs are feeling a little bit of discomfort in his wrist area, but that could be the end for him. So far, player number 22 for Northern Chiefs feeling a little bit of discomfort. I hope that his arm is not broken. So that goes to another scrum reset due to the injury. So it looks like player number 17, who's wearing jersey number 17, is going to join the back line as a blood sub for the player who's coming off wearing jersey number 22. Or rather, it's a tactical change. Player number 17 is going to go on scrum half. Then the scrum half is going to be playing the blind side winger. It's good to see that they have a little bit of utility players that can cover at least two or more positions. Very, very vital, especially nowadays with the modern day game. But Zimbiru with good shot ball. And what a sprint by the player number 13, and he crosses over the whitewash. What a try. The timing of the pass was an inch perfect, and perfect running, eyes on the ball by the outside center, who cut through that Northern Chiefs defense like hot knife cutting through butter just to cross over the whitewash. Where were they? All these guys perfectly executed backline move by Zimbiru. Well done. But they need to play more like this. They need more of this. Now they're inside center to attempt to get those extra 2 points. But what a line, what a run. And the kick is not good. Zimbiru. Zimbiru, I'm pretty sure that that will encourage them. They have to boost their morale. Hopefully they'll be able to score more points. They've been that team, the whooping boys, so to speak. So they just need to get that win. Four matches have been played so far. And obviously, Pitbulls are currently leading in this Harare under 20 Paramount Government League. It looks like a Zimbiru player there is being smoothed, is being hamburgered in just a matter of time before the referee calls for this time around. Yes, there we go. The ball wasn't coming out, so it's going to be a scrum down, an attacking scrum to the team in green. Obviously, they have to wait for the heaviest player on the field right now. That young man who's wearing jersey number 3. So, somehow the hooker showing game awareness for Zimbiru. He manages to turn that ball over. Are we going to see, oh dear, ball stolen? Ooh, an attempt to go for that cross kick. But Zimbiru players charged it down, but we're going to come back for the first infringement. That is the knock-on. Cynthia seems as if she's getting every call right. The lady in the middle of the park. And it's the rains are just dropping here at Harare. Another short-term penalty, scrum time. And here comes Zimbiru releasing their energetic fly-off, but thank goodness that the fullback for Zimbiru was up to the task. Now he's got massive overlap. Oh dear, wayward passing, oh my God. And the open side flanker for Northern Chiefs. Just sending the fullback of Zimbiru outside the field, and it looks like he's going to be sin-binned because that tackle looked illegal. That looked illegal. So rather, they've called for a scrum. The advantage was given to Zimbiru. An attacking scrum to Zimbiru. So the scrummer feeds, the 8th man picks, offloads it to the scrum half, and the fullback runs a short line, offloads it to the scrum half, and now they release their back line with an overlap. The blindside winger goes into contact. Ball available. And there comes the hard running, the back row for the team in green goes into contact. But it looks like a Zimbiru player was over the ball, but Cynthia wants it to be taken on the mark. So they are going to just kick it for touch. Did they find the touch? I think they did not. And the ball is still alive. And here comes Northern Chiefs. Oh my God. Wayward passing. We've seen it today. We could blame it on the rain. So there goes the halftime buzzer. So Zimbiru with a lot of work to do come the second half. Stay tuned. Right here on Sports Extra as we bring you the remainder of this game. So welcome back. You're watching Extra. If you just joined us and you're just wondering what the scoreline is as it stands, Northern Chiefs 24, 5. Zimbiru 5. So Zimbiru with the restart kick, the team that is in blue and white, to kick to the team in green. The team that is all the way from Rombo Shava. And the restart kick, oh dear. You can blame it on the rain, but good kick coming in from the flyer from Northern Chiefs. Zimbiru inside center taking his sweet time, trying to beat his defender, but he slipped. Zimbiru under pressure. And they've managed just to secure possession. The scrum half scans to the right, to the left, but he finds his fly half, trying to launch a counter-attack on that left side of the field. And here they come as they use their Percy outside center, who managed to gain massive yards from that passage of play. And a little bit of communication, a little bit of control coming in from the Zimbiru team. And we haven't seen that in the second half, this time around using their pods. And a good shot ball, and that looks like it is illegal. But Cynthia says play on. The lady that was in the middle of the park. A little bit of show and go. High tackle. Cynthia didn't spot it. And play continues. Here comes the inside center. The fullback beats one defender. That looks like a deliberate knock-on. And Cynthia stops play. And she has to consult the touch judge. I wonder what is going to be the final call from her. So discussions are still ongoing, and it's going to be a long arm penalty, quickly taken by the Zimbiru scrum half. Oh, good application of the law book by that little number 9 from Zimbiru. Once again, wayward passing is letting them down. But the loose ball is collected now. They're going the blind side. A little bit of show and go. Ball bounces. Oh dear. It is a knock-on. And the medics are just running onto the field. It looks like a player is not well. And it is the fullback, I suppose. And that could be the second player from Northern Chiefs. Earlier on, there another player who's on the injury, and it looks like he's concussed. So they just need to be careful when they're getting into contact. Yeah, you can tell by the way that he's walking sideways. Another sign of concussion. Of course, he's in denial. Who won't it be? And heavy rain starts to fall here at Old Hararians. But play continues. That's the beauty of rugby. An 8th-man pick, and he goes blind. Oh, good offload. Good offload by the 8th man. Northern Chiefs now using their pods. Good +1 as they releases a big prop. Another bouncing pass that looks like a knock-on, but the referee say, ooh, big clean. Oh dear. Zimbiru. Well, we're going to go back for the first infringement. The players just getting to know each other there. Nothing illegal, so he's going to go back for the first knock-on. And Zimbiru are the beneficiaries. Won themselves an attacking scrum. If they can only use that outside center effectively, I'm sure that they'll be able to reduce their areas. Another scrum reset. The lady on the field wants the scrum to be nice and steady. So this time around, the scrum half of Zimbiru to feed. 8th man controls the ball, looking for that 8-9-14, but well read by the team in green. Oh my word. He's lucky there because offside was the call from Cynthia. Quickly taken as they use the hard shoulders, loose ball, knock on. Northern Chiefs for a defensive scrum. So Northern Chiefs scrum half to feed. It looks like he's going to release his fly half with a huge boot, and it caught the fullback of Zimbiru unaware. Now he has got. Now he decides to run away with it, and there he goes at full pace. But great cover defense coming in from Northern Chiefs. But he ran out of turf. That is the fullback for Zimbiru. So it's going to be an attacking line out to the team in green. But on the right side of the field, the team that is doing their warm-up, the team that is in black and white, all the way from Marondera, the Talons, made up of high school players from Wise Owl. So a short arm, no, rather a short man. But this time around, the referee is still consulting with their touch judge. So Zimbiru are the beneficiaries, and it's going to be a scrum. It's good to see that another person who's been serving our rugby, our local rugby, that's Simbadanga, now a headmaster at Waizao. Just making his way on the rugby field. So here comes Zimbiru, now using effectively their backline. Oh! The idea was good, but the execution wasn't spot on. So Northern Chiefs using their open side flanker to pick and go. And here comes the hard running 8th man for Northern Chiefs. And this time around, a Zimbiru player was over the ball, quickly taken by the scrum half. Good application of the law book. Just gaining those extra 10 meters. Another lad that we haven't seen much of today. He's a hard runner, a good ball carrier, but that lets him down. He doesn't know what to do, especially in those situations. After gaining those hard yards, a loose pass that resulted in a knock-on. Northern Chiefs will gladly take the scrum. Defensive scrum to the team in green. Scrummer feeds, 8th man goes blind. And he beats one defender. Can he go the way? Oh my God. He sits another Zimbiru defender down, but ball still available. And a big carry by the biggest player on the field. That lad could be weighing over 110 kilos. Northern Chiefs in front foot. As they release the backline players. Oh, loose pass, but loose ball picked. Another offload, a little bit of high tackles coming in from Zimbiru, but the continuity is good. Oh my God, cynical play from Zimbiru. They could count themselves lucky Cynthia is not, she's just feeling generous today. She's in a happy mood. On another day, we would have seen numerous yellow cards, but how do you do that? How do you do that? Oh my word. So that is a knock-on. So impact players being introduced by the team in green. Player wearing jersey number 16 coming on. So another player for Northern Chiefs is down. So I suppose that's a blood sub. Tall, lanky player came on as a blood sub. So an attacking scrum, rather a defensive scrum to the team in blue and white. So Zimbiru about to introduce double substitution. Player wearing jersey number 21 and 16 about to come on. So the hard running number 8 comes off. And it looks like it's going to be a blood sub, or maybe he just lost his boot in contact. But the team management is just having a chat with him, but he's eagering to go. So that substitution could be cancelled. Short-arm penalty to the team in blue and white, but the scrum half wasting no time. Just gaining those extra yards. But looks like a Northern Chiefs player is over the ball. Oh my God. We just wonder why he's on the bench. He can't pass the ball. So Zimbiru runs out of turf for a Northern Chiefs line out. So this could be the second line out in this encounter. We haven't seen much of line outs today, or the third one. It looks like it's going to be a short man, but it's not in straight. As heavy rains pour here at Old Hararians, the fortress of the Green Machine. Play continues. We do have a couple of big games coming up. The hosts will be squaring off things against their bitter rivals from across the suburb. That is the team that is called Harare Sports Club. The Red Lions will be squaring off things here at Old Hararians. And up next, the team that shocked all Georgians last week will be running onto the field against the Wise Owl. So we do have quite a number of good games here at Old Hararians that will be coming up. Despite all these heavy rains that are pouring, fans, loyal rugby fans, they've just managed to bring some umbrellas. Some of them, they're in the gazebo. They are not going to leave the place until it's done and dusted. But here comes Zimbiru, using their inside center, who's been exceptional. But once again, that final pass let him down, and it looks like the Northern Chiefs player is going to run all the way into the try box. And that was unnecessary, but the try stands. So the Chiefs 29, pending a conversion. And the coach Phil will take this time just to back a few instructions to it. His charges, pretending to be giving them water. The oldest trick in the book. So the conversion is not good. So 29-25 is the score. But a much better improved performance by the team all the way from Domboshawa, having conceded incredible 24 points in the first half. But this time around, they've just conceded 5. So it's a much better performance from the team from Domboshawa. A good restart kick. A bit of fending off from the blindside flanker, but looks like a Zimbiru player is over the ball. And play continues. They need to find a way to deal with this ball in these wet conditions. You need to find a way. Get used to it. So that's going to be another Northern Chiefs defensive scrum. Nice and steady. 8th man picks. This time around he goes between, or attempt to go between the backline players, and still going. Great leg power. Determination is still going. But Zimbiru being guilty for cynical play in that scenario. But quickly taken. So the 8th man just comes in short. Great, he comes in short. Great defensive work coming in for the team in blue and white. And it's going to be a drop right on the 5 meter for the team in blue and white. And impact players coming on from both sides. Player number 21 is just getting ready to run onto the field, having his piece of pie in this encounter for Zimbiru. Player number 20 comes off, makes the way for player number 21 in the Northern Chiefs. And here comes the winger. And he's isolated. Well, looks like players for Northern Chiefs, they joined that ruck illegally, but play continues. And it seems as if it's hard for the team in blue and white to bring that blindside flanker, who's wearing jersey number 6 for the team in green. Now the ball is slippery. Northern Chiefs on the front foot once again. Good tackle. A chip over the top that looks like was a knock-on, but the referee says play on. So we're going to go back for the infringement. No advantage being played in attacking scrum to the team in green. So players come in and players coming off. As we're about to witness another attacking scrum. So another scrum reset. Short-arm penalty to the team in blue. Bouncing pass. Ooh! Big tackles coming in. Northern Chiefs just throwing the kitchen sink at that team in blue and white in search of that try. So the call from the referee is tackling with no arms, and it is illegal. This is not rugby league, it's rugby union. You need to complete the tackle. So it looks like Zimbiru, an attempt to find touch, and it is a better kick coming in from the inside center of the team in blue and white. So Zimbiru's first line out throw. It's an overthrow. No 10 is the call. Short-term penalty to Zimbiru. Quickly taken by the scrum half. He releases his inside center. And we've seen much of him today breaking those tackles. He's playing the ball on the ground, but the referee says play on. Here comes the inside center for Zimbiru. He releases another pozo forward. Zimbiru in possession of the ball. Northern Chiefs on the attack. We are going to come back for the first infringement. And it's going to be scrum to Northern Chiefs. Northern Chiefs on that, but this time around the referee wants that scrum to be retaken. Pressure coming in, but it's an 8th-man pick by Northern Chiefs. A good offload, another good pressure pass. As the scrum have tried to beat 1 or 2 defenders, but Zimbiru up to the task. Northern Chiefs on the front foot. Big carries that we've seen from Northern Chiefs today. A bouncing pass to the wing. Or a bit of fake and go. Another loose pass, and the referee says play on. Another fake and go. Zimbiru still hanging on to dear life. Northern Chiefs just a few meters from the try line. Held up. Great desperate defending coming in from the team in blue and white. So another. So player number 16 and 23 come on in the Zimbiru ranks. Fresh pair of legs. Hopefully change of fortunes for the team in blue and white, but time is running out for the visitors with the ending goal drop kick. And this time around that wasn't convincing. Straight into the hands of the player number 17. Oh, miscommunication between two Northern Chiefs players that resulted in a knock-on. Defensive scrum goes to the team in blue and white. So the fans are just slowly making their way onto the field of play. Although it is raining, it's been raining on and off today, but the loyal rugby fans, we need to salute them. They didn't disperse, they just found shelter, but now they are coming back onto the base. So, of course, we are still waiting for those two big games that are coming on. Harare Sports Club versus all Georgians. They'll also be taking on the number 1 team in the Harare Under-20 Paramount Rugby League. That is the Pitbulls, who are undefeated so far. So that's the team to beat. Chinotenda Chinyaza, who has been exceptional to me. I believe that he could be the best player so far in this league. But just coming on back to the game, the 8th man pick, and he attacks blind. Just coming on short, but the support is coming in, and it is a pick and go. Held up is the call. So Wise Owl and the Steelers, the team that is in green and blue rather, just going through their paces, warming up, as they're about to square off things right here at Harare soon after this game. So another in-goal drop kick, fumbled, but a Zimbiru player attempts to pick it up. Another fumble, so it's going to be a scrum to the team in blue. Any moment from now, the referee is going to be blowing for full time, signaling full time rather. In this match, that I believe that Zimbiru have improved a lot, considering that they've conceded an incredible, a record-breaking 108 points against the Pitbulls, that team that is currently ranked number 1. A much better performance from the Zimbiru. Seems it looks like the coaches have been doing their homework, especially in this half, where they've conceded only 5 points. Zimbiru. Big scrum. And the referee arm is already out, bouncing pass to the inside center, to the outside center. A 2-on-1 situation as the winger cuts back inside, tried to fence off one player. Ball ripped, and the referee says, play on, a bouncing pass. Oh, big tackle coming in from Zimbiru. And somehow Zimbiru, they've managed to turn over the ball, and a change of direction by the fly-half. This time around, he decides to go blind as he sends his big prop into contact. Ball secured. Change of direction once again as they use the tall, lanky number 5, who does really well, but not excellent in that scenario. Quickly taken by Northern Chiefs. Pick and go. Player isolated. Northern Chiefs on the attack. A loose pass to number 14. And great pickup as he's still going. Look at 3-4 players around him, but he managed to get that leg drive. Another big carry. Unfortunately, he played the ball on the ground, but quickly taken. Good application of the lower book as he decides to cut back inside. Does he have enough support? Oh, great textbook tackle coming in from the Northern Chiefs players. Oh, my word. Northern Chiefs just winning that long arm penalty on that breakdown. But Northern Chiefs players, now the player number 18 from Zimbiru needs to release. And here comes the hard running number 8. He fends one off. He fends two off and he offloads the ball and up and under. I don't think that was the right option. He should have gone for a grabber, or rather he was playing to the advantage. Not to their advantage, but a Northern Chiefs player was offside. The referee says, play on. He wants it to be taken on the mark. And here comes Zimbiru as they use their big prop. Every time he gets that ball, he breaks tackles. A pick and go. The player is being held up. He needs support. Surely by now, the referee should go for release. No. So another 8-man pick this time around. They employ their open side flanker to do the job of the number 8. Hands in the rack is the call from the referee. Oh, big carry by the blind side flanker. Seems as if that 6-7-8 is working really well for the Northern Chiefs. They've got big ball carriers, especially in that loose trio department. We have seen it all today from them. Defending off the ball carries. The ball through. So it's going to be a Zimbiru scrum. So any moment from now, the referee is going to be blowing his whistle to signal the end of this encounter. Yet all Hararians. But meanwhile, the scrum half feeds the loose ball, the inside center. He always beats one defender. That looks like a little bit forward, but the referee says play on. And the winger there leaves one Northern Chiefs player for dead. Northern Chiefs on the front foot. Oh. So offside is the call. Northern Chiefs, they keep it alive as they use their scrum half who beats one player. Oh. Another handling error coming in from the team in blue and white. What is going to be the call? The ref looks at his watch and is going to go for a scrum. This could be the final play in this encounter. So another 8-man pick. And here comes, another handling error. Another scrum down to Zimbiru. So Zimbiru feeds the ball. A big scrum from Northern Chiefs. But somehow, they come away with it. That is the team in blue and white. Pressure coming in from Northern Chiefs players. Ball secured by the team in blue and white. The fly-half releases his first center and he beats one defender. He releases and no communication. Oh my word. Offside is the call. The referee is checking his watch. Northern Chiefs just trying to get those extra yards, but the referee wants it to be taken on the mark. Northern Chiefs on their front foot. Use their scrum half who goes into contact. Once again, another handling error. And there goes the full-time buzzer. Northern Chiefs getting the better of Zimbiru by 29 points to 5. Thank you for tuning in to Sports Extra. But don't go anywhere because we're about to bring you another big game. It's going to be Waizao, rather the Talons, all the way from Marondera, squaring off things against the team that will be in green and blue. That is the Zambezi Steelers. So stay tuned.